What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity Evolved. And I was supposed to make a promise for doing another gameplay video and do stuff off camera, but I haven't. So we just came back the way we are, and I was just weaving through the ingots that we might try to see if we can try to get more of. And I'm just doing some sorting out and trying to organize some things. But I just know that organizing the stuff into chests is just going to be a lot harder than I thought. And I was thinking about maybe doing more exploration in the nether, because I was trying to think about we should get more draconium. So draconium is a useful material, and we can try to craft like the pickaxe of wyvern. So for example, to craft it, all we just need is a diamond pickaxe, 2 draconium, wyvern core. To make a wyvern corn is a nether star. So I don't think we can make wyvern yet, but I think that's going to be on the idea. And I think we can also make tools. Sorry, I got to do a little bit of stretching, but I can actually make tools. So this is a chest plate. Okay, let me just see if there's like any other, other pieces of, armor I can make. Sorry if I'm talking the way I am because, well, it's late for me. But I was trying to think about elementum, but I know I gotta use botana just to get that, but I don't even think it's worth it. We got bound helmet, which is like 1,000 of durability, which is quite interesting. So how you make it the bound helmet? It doesn't have a crafting recipe for that. None for that one, none for that one, none for that one. I think we might have to fight bosses or something. Or wizardry, I guess. So I'm just looking through all this stuff here. Leadstone solar helmets, which is literally that. I think we can try to collect power. I want to see if I actually already have wither skeleton skulls, because I did remember I have a high XP because I had beheading. So that would mean I should have an advantage to craft it. So let me just empty this stuff out. I'm going to keep my diamonds because I'm going to want to reconvert them to swap out the armor, because wearing this armor that I got now is just not really good. It's only good for like temporary uses. So I'm just going to hold it in my inventory. But I want to see if we actually can, make that thing. I forgot what it was called. Nether star. And I did remember picking up some wither skeleton skulls. I'm not sure if I actually did or just accidentally misplaced them. And I don't have a backpack mod, so so that means I didn't pick them up then. Man, that is so sad. I mean, I probably remember having them in my inventory. Did I seriously didn't pick them up? I thought I did. Because I would have had 3 already. Would have been showcasing them. Yeah, guys, I'm just looking through the whole thing again. So we got 3 zombie heads. I mean, that's something, but I want wither skeleton heads. So it seems like we don't have it. Okay, all hopes were built up for no reason. And let me just take some of the meat steak. And I'm just going to go ahead and craft myself a diamond set. But yeah, mostly the objective for today. Oh, what am I doing? But mostly for the objective for today, we're just going to be going to the nether again. Adventure there a little bit. Try to get more draconium. And then try to get some wither skeleton heads. Because that is going to be very important. And also, I did forget that I also put a timer on my phone. You heard me right. I actually put a timer on my phone, so that means I will only be able to play for 30 minutes because I don't want to go over the time limit, because I don't want the editing to be very complicated than what I want it to be. So this is the reason why I'm technically just putting a timer on myself. So you could say I'm timing my gameplay. And it made another portal. Okay. That's something special. But anyways, we just gotta go through here. I know I installed sprint toggles, so this should be easier for me to get across places. I just need to kill some wither skeletons. Like, that's mostly the concern here. All I just need is 3 wither skeleton heads. And look at all those blazes at the end of this hallway. That's a lot of blazes, my guys. That's more than enough blazes. Okay, that's a ton of blazes. Yeah, this is what I call literal hell. And all I just gotta do is get some wither skeleton heads. But I'm not sure how you get a high probability of getting one. Unless there should be like a farm somewhere where I can farm lots of them in an area. Or some sort of method. I mean, I know I can make like a wither skeleton spawner. But I just gotta know the recipes. And I probably gotta make like a machine and all that other stuff. And this is literally like the only nether fortress that I know that I can actually get quick accessibility to get some wither skeletons. And also, draconium is also very important too. It's just, if we can find a spawner of one, that should be pretty good. And I see that we did die from the previous time, so I think we got to use the J button. Yep, of course, the J button. Go to teleport. Okay, we teleported to a part where we're not supposed to be teleported to. So we're just looking for draconium. Draconium is very important. This is like random ore. And I'm dying. Badly dying. No. Stop. Okay. Man, we survived half a heart. That is insane. That was just some insane damage from the lava. Lava's so OP. Oh no, not these dogs. No, I don't got time to fight dogs. Ow, you even got thorns. I also forgot all about the thorns. But this is a different type of nether fortress, or is it like the same one? So I can try to see if I can try to get there, since that's still also a place. And I need to acknowledge that I can't mine any ores, the special kinds, like mostly like the modded ones, because these guys just gonna attack me. I mean, we already remember this whole rule here. Just don't break blocks that are basically modded. I mean, you can break cobalt and ardite, but you just can't break those blocks. See, and luckily, okay. It also did explode too, so that's also pretty dangerous. Yeah, this is why the nether is very dangerous with just mining regular ore. Unless I know what the mod is. Like, the mod might be some sort of explosion mod, where if I mine a certain ore or something, it explodes. But I don't think cobalt and ardite is the problem. It's just that ore. And wait a minute, we just came from that area. We didn't really progress anywhere, did we? We just thought we went somewhere, but we didn't win anywhere. Man, what a waste of energy right there. Anyways, let's just bridge up here so we can get somewhere. If we can get draconium, that's good enough for me. More the merrier. Because we want to get that nether star. And then once we get it, once we get it, we can make the wyvern sets. And I think that might be charged up with some powers or something. Because I really want to try like other things. And I really don't know how long it's going to take me to even come across anything with a spawner in it. Or does it take like crazy amount of luck? But I did see that I could probably craft my own wither skeleton heads, probably. Let me see if that's actually possible. So let me just type this in here. Wither skeleton head. So to craft this, you need skull fragments, bone chips. Oh, we can get them from the bee. No, I don't want magic bees. I just want to see, is there like another way of getting them? I thought I could like get it with like a machine. Like I can build some sort of machine and then we just get it. Or let me type something here. Let me try soul. Okay. We could also probably make a soul thing. Soul bender. Used to convert the type of broken spawner. But wait a minute. If we can do that, we gotta get solarium. Actually, I think I might have a better idea. Why not work on Ender IO? I think I should work on making machines now. I think I should. Because I think it's a good idea. Then we gotta make the induction smelter. And I know that's gonna require power. And to make power, I know what we gotta do. We gotta make a reactor. Yep, I know how this is gonna go, guys. So we're gonna be making a chemical reactor. Just trying to see if I can try to do it like in under 30 minutes. I mean, under 17 minutes. Alright, so I think what I should do is just do /kill. Yep, we're gonna be dying a lot anyways. We can just remove spawn points and go back to them. Oh, my bed got removed. What are you talking about? Alright, now I gotta go to the home. Somehow it didn't acknowledge my bed. Oh, monsters are nearby. That's cancer. Oh, come on. I can't sleep because of stupid mobs? Like, seriously, you guys can't be everywhere. Alright, so the game plan. We gotta make a reactor. That's what's gonna be. Once we make the reactor, we can start making spawners and all that other good stuff. So, firstly, I need to type in Ender IO because I think they might have a booklet. I think they should have like a booklet I can craft. Because I know you gotta make like an induction smelter. You got a Stirling generator. Stirling generators. Yeah, then you gotta make something that creates power. So let me try extreme there should be a book. There should be a book for this. Let's see here. Big book writing, empty recipe book, slotted book, book of biomes, book of biomes. No, I just want a book that tells me a little bit more about the mod. Unless it doesn't exist. That is wild. So, how can I make a chemical reactor? So, let me get this ingot. So, this is big reactors. So, that's probably what it's called. Big reactors. So, this is the big reactors book. So, this is Biblo. So, that's not what I'm looking for. So, reactor casing. Alright, so we need iron, graphite, and yellowrim. So, we in fact do have a lot of those. So now, we probably gotta go fetch a lot of coal. Because coal is used to make graphite. I mean, I can probably remember what we gotta do. Because I remember I actually used to play like a lot. I used to play all the mods 9. And from what I can remember and recall from previous experiences, we gotta collect coal. And coal is a very useful resource when it comes down to making graphite. And luckily we got Fortune 3, so we should be able to get enough coal for this. So, yep. So, in other words, we're going to be doing a lot of coal mining. Yep. Let's just go ahead and mine some coal if we can find any. If we can find bigger veins, that'd be pretty cool. Unless I gotta... Actually, I may have a waypoint to one of the caves. There we go. So, see, this is why the waypoints mod is pretty useful, or Journey's Maps mod. So, we can harvest some of this coal. This coal is definitely going to be used. So, yeah, in other words, we're going to be smelting coal. So, let me just go harvest some of this coal here. So, if I don't have the time to make it, because I'm at like 14 minutes, I can always try to add in like another 10 minutes to this. Since I just know that I actually gotta craft the stuff. I don't want this episode to feel like one of those episodes where I just half-bake something and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean, I started a timer, but I just want to, you know, develop context with what I'm doing. It's not just, oh, just press record and boom, we just got something. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and just harvest some of this coal here. I probably gotta harvest like a lot of coal from now on, because I think the reactor might become a useful material. So let me just see if there's any coal around here hiding. So yep, coal actually matters now. At first it didn't matter, now it matters. And also let me just see if we can try to harvest this so it can break more of this lava or change the lava into more obby. Nope, it didn't do anything. That is just sad. Luckily we didn't fall down. That's a good sign. So let me just try to collect as much coal as I can and not die because I'm wearing diamond. Oh yeah, this version actually is a pain. Yep, so let me just do /kill. Yep, it was pretty painful. Now let me just remove my deaths. So let me remove that one. So in order for this to work, we gotta basically put it in here. So that's how it works. So it's technically like resmelting coal. Resmelting coal. And also we got some coal from the nether too because it got reconverted, which is nice. Mostly I highly recommend mining the coal from the nether because you get double. You get like double ore, and if you have fortune, then you're pretty good. So let me just eat this hydra chop. We can always get more if we want to hunt more hydras, but I think the Twilight Forest does get boring over time since you already know like what it is. So we got graphite. Just need some more graphite. Then that way you have enough to make one casing, because we gotta make one casing. But I mean, there's a tutorial on this. It's just I don't know if there's like a booklet for it. I was trying to figure out where should I put this reactor. I was thinking about putting it right here. I think it might make sense to put it here, but I just know that it has to cover like a big area, and then you gotta add wires and cables and all that other stuff. Mostly technology based. So, so that would actually mean I'll actually have to do some excavation. Yep, you heard right. I gotta do a lot of digging just to clean out the area. And this is why this is like literally an entire off-camera grind section. I mean, this is like one of those reasons why you should not like record something and just be like, oh, we're gonna do this, and then you actually know that it's gonna be more grinding, because now we gotta make more chests to store stuff. It takes more time to basically get everything situated, and my inventory is just one heck of a mess, so it's just gonna be hard for me to monitor everything going on at once. So I gotta basically clean out areas and make sure everything is just well put together in some way, because I just know you guys are going to be criticizing like, oh, you should have done this sooner, you should have done this off camera. Well, tell you what, if you were playing this, you wouldn't really be doing it. You'd probably be venturing, looking for draconium and stuff. I mean, I was thinking about doing draconium today, but draconium is just, it's just something that I think I'm not ready yet. And I looked at something like probably like a better option. Instead of us just getting draconium, where it might take us a while to even get the material, why not just focus on making a machine and then try to make power, so we can actually have a spawner, and then once we have a spawner, then we can start getting wither skeleton heads for free and make a farm. We just gotta work a little smart. That's what I'm trying to say. See, I can actually get a creeper head, but when we get a wither skeleton head, it's like a drop percentage. So this is the reason why I think we should focus on doing something like this that's actually worthwhile, instead of just getting it the long way and then just avoid making spawners and machines. Because I mean, Infinity Evolved is not just, you know, regular vanilla gameplay. You also got to add in some technology in here, so we got to make use of the technology, and then we can start mass producing wither skeleton heads and everything else. But I just know that we just got to clear this whole area out, which is a lot. And I believe we got to fill up the base too, with probably just that, and then we got to make controllers and all that other stuff. But it would have been better if there was like a actual manual, because I just know, like, for example, you got to do something like this, like you got to lay it out like this. So say for example you got like this much, and then you got to start building it up like something like that. Then you gotta add rods in here, depending on how many rods. Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit about this mod. It's just, it's kind of hard just to remember it. So we got turbine glass. Reactor glass is literally just that block. Yellorium fuel rod is really just this. So I think for the fuel rods, I think we should line them up this way. Wait a minute. I think I should add like another row right here, like this. So we got like, I think this should be like, I think this is just going to be like a window. I believe a window where we got a rod here and a rod here. So we have like at least like 6 rods. I was thinking about making 6 rods, but I just looking at the amount of graphite we got, I don't think we got enough graphite. So it seems like we got to basically, you know, make sacrifices and make judgment on like what we should do, what we shouldn't do. So I just know that we got to make 6 of these. 6 so we can have enough. And we probably got to make the controllers too. So that means 6 of these, 6 of that, 6 of these. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of iron. So yep, we got to invest a lot of iron into this. But luckily I do know how this mod works. It's just we got to know if we're doing it right. That's the scary part. Knowing if we're doing it right. Wait a minute. Oh, I gotta do it again. So actually not 6, 12. I actually gotta make 12. I mean, I can always add more rods in. But, yeah. This is gonna be one heck of a grind here. But like I said, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. And then all I just gotta do is just put some glass here. Just put some fancy glass. And just be like, mwah, we got ourselves a reactor. And see, we got some glass. I'm telling you. I mean, I know what I'm doing. It's just, I don't want to feel like, this is going to be a lot of work. And then I'll probably do this maybe 6 times. And we got to make more of these. Yep, that's how it goes. And we only got like a minute, so I'm just going to add in like another 10 minutes to this so it will feel like it's complete. Add some of that, and then I think for this I will probably keep one of them open so we can have a you know, some outputs. But I'm not sure if the window's supposed to be like this. But I think we can probably put like one thing here and then one controller here if I really want to make it open, and probably just have this all covered up with a lot of the casing. But like I said, this is like one of those heavy material type builds. And I know what I'm doing. It's just lots of grinding. It's going to be painful. Very painful. So that means I got to harvest all this iron. All of this iron here. And this is going to take a good while. Alright, so I'm trying to sit here trying to smelt up as much iron as I can. And just grab as many resources as I can too. I know I can make more of those casings. It's just expensive. Like, we're getting there. Just gotta make more of those rods. Man, once I make the rods, then I probably gotta make the controller. So let's see here. So we got the rod, reactor casing, reactor controller, reactor control rod. So this is with a redstone. Alright. I believe we can maybe craft that. I think we should craft that to get it out of the way. I believe we might only need like 6 probably for that one, since I just know that it's not as expensive. We just gotta focus on the casings. And also let me just go sleep in my bed so I don't want to get disrupted by mobs, because I'm just going to go through my crafting moments. And I'm looking at my time right now. I really don't have enough time. But like I said, I don't really want to drag this any longer than an hour, because I don't want a big toll on me for editing. So let's just make the casing. So let me just do this. Wait, or is it inwards? I think it's like this. So we just got to do it like this. So we got to make at least, wait, that means I got to make 12 of these. Huh. That's what it seems like. I might have to make like 12 of these or something. I don't know. And then I do 4 of these. Yep, I might have to do a lot of off-camera grinding for this one. So we got 4 of these, and then I think we do the same thing again. But this time we put a redstone in the middle. And then iron? No, it's graphite. It's graphite, isn't it? No, it's not graphite either. Hey, what's missing? So let me just type the rod again. Oh, okay. So it's like that piece of uranium, and then it's that. All right, so we got 4 of the rod controllers. Rod controllers are pretty important for this, because without them, the rods wouldn't activate. Because you got to control their pacing, speed, and all that other stuff. I mean, that's if you really want to geek into this. Like you know, if you're really interested in wanting to learn this stuff. And let me just learn how to make the rods again. So it's like that. Let me go check the furnace. But like I said, we're going to be doing some off-camera grind. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough, man. I'm broke. Psych, no, I got enough. But I just got to do a lot more mining. In which this is going to be nightmare fuel for me. So let me just put the rods in. Go boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And then you put in the reactors like this. Oh no, we're short by 1. Man, that definitely sucks. But I mean, it's looking like something. But like I said, we're going to probably do off-camera grind. You know what? I think for the sake of this, I think we should probably push it to an hour. You know what? I'm just going to push it to an hour. That's what's going to happen. So let me just pause it. And if I do add a 30, that'd be 53, 54, 55, 56. Okay, so, all right. So that means I only got 37 minutes. So, yep. And I believe we can put water in here too, so it can keep it cool, because it does need a cooling agent. So we gotta encase this, and I might have to bring that glass back. Probably bring the glass back. I'm not sure we can have like 2 functions. So I know we need the reactor controller, which requires a diamond. In fact, we do have a diamond. So how do we craft that? So we just need a, let's see. All we just need is reactor casing, reallerium, diamond, and redstone. Okay. That doesn't sound bad at all. So, yep, the crafting recipes are coming together. This is the reason why I did an extension to this video, because it just feels like I don't want to leave you guys off with the hanger of like what I did. So, let me just craft that again. So, it's like this, I believe, this, then, wait, how many diamonds? Wait, that is one weird recipe. Like, I've never seen this recipe before. Like, I never do. So, that's enough for 1 reactor, because we got to make 1, of course. 1 reactor controller. So, when you do that, that's the machine that activates that. And then, somehow you got to put the input in the output. Not sure what that is. Reactor computer port. Red net. I don't really use the red net. I think the only thing I know is the input out port. Reactor access port. So that means we're going to get a piston. Wait, what's this? Coolant port. I don't think we need a coolant port, but I know a redstone port is going to be needed here. So the redstone port is going to be pretty easy to add. So we got to get a chest and a piston. Wait, what? Wait, what? That looked weird. Did that piston recipe look weird? That piston recipe looked very weird. Okay, so wood, cobble. Oh, I was tripping. I was tripping for a second. I was like, huh? I was like, what's going on here? So I'm crafting whatever that is, and I was like, okay. And I check it out. I was like, ah, so it's technically that. Wow. Why is this modpack trying to overwhelm me? Why is it trying to overwhelm me this hard? So now I gotta go fetch some cobble, because cobble actually matters now. So, we gotta go out and get some cobble. And look at those blazes. Yep, those blazes might come in handy. Don't know what they're useful for. Probably for like another mod, or probably for a charm or whatever it is. But we don't care about them because they're not relevant now. But maybe later we could probably go back and harvest them again and maybe make a farm out of them. Maybe. Because once we get the soul bottles, we can just collect souls and put them in bottles, and then we can start making farms and generators and all that other stuff, and then we can basically just take it to another level. So that's, I think, the game plan is going to be. So we do this and put that in. So we got ourselves that. And then we got to, or have to, make a chest. Make a chest. And then we got to make another casing for it, because making casings are very important. And sometimes I do get stuck with what I need to say next, because sometimes my mind is still trying to process what just happened. So we do this again, making more cases like that, and then we do this, and we do that, and then we do this, and we got the reactor access port. This access port should be where you put your fluids in, where we should put our fluids in. Like, we could put our reactor in here, you know, the uranium, because it's needed. And then we should put the power tap maybe right here, so we could, you know, put the redstone there, or like some sort of wire. So now we gotta make the redstone access port, which is literally the same thing, but with redstone. So let me just look for that redstone that I just placed. Man, I definitely need to go look through all these chests again, because this is nightmare fuel, and it kind of makes my head hurt, like, honestly. So let's do this, and then we put it over here. I was thinking about putting it over here, and then I think I should put the glass. I think I should put the glass in there just to make it look nice, and then just cover it up, and then try to put water in there, because that's also a good coolant. So I gotta see where I put those things at, and my head is getting more confused. Like, I'm forgetting like what I need to do next. It's like the lack of focus. I need to focus. I need to snap into it and just focus. Whew. Okay. I need 2 buckets for this one. Alright. So, all I just need is, where's that glass? Put the 2 glasses on both sides. I would say probably just one here. This here could still have the glass. I'm not sure if it would work that way. Don't know if it does work that way. It might not. I mean, I could always move it where it sits right here instead. I mean, I could always do that, because it might have a funny feeling when it comes down to that stuff. And then once we do that, I mean, it's going to look weird, okay, guys? It's not going to be like the perfect reactor. We're just trying what we can do, so I don't, you know, give myself a headache from this. So let's just set it up, put it together, and get ourselves a reactor started. Okay, so we got 29 of these pieces, which is a lot. I think they made this pretty easy, the way I try to remember it. Like, they made this real easy in this version, while the other version is just something totally different. Like, you gotta craft this thing and that thing. And then we pour our water in here because it matters. And yeah, we gotta make an infinite water source too, because it also matters. So we gotta cover this up, do it like that. We need more. I'm not sure if it can take a small. I'm not sure if it can do small. Yep, we're gonna make more. But you can actually see that our reactor is almost finished, which is good. And I only got like 17 minutes left on the clock. So I could say it can take at least under 30 minutes if you're very dedicated to get it done. Because this thing here is actually going to help us a lot, but at the cost of actually trying to learn to craft it without a manual and just use previous experiences of how to craft this thing. it can become a real pain in the neck. Like, if you don't know how to craft stuff like this, you can always look up on the wiki. I mean, I could tell you how to craft it, but some people are just going to be asking, like, a lot of complex questions. I'd be like, bro, it's just the easiest question. And they just overcomplicate it somehow. And I think when we close it up like this, it should work. I'm not sure that's how it works. And then when we break some blocks, there we go. The reactor is open. You can actually tell if it's working. So if you place a block, you see how the blocks act. If you remove it, you see how it straightens up. So that's when you know you actually fixed the reactor, or the reactor is ready to be used. So now we go to this part here, and you can see all the info. And all we gotta do is just slide in our uranium, and you can see it's filled up. And it's kind of full, and we can also start it. So once we start it, okay, activate reactor, it's activating. We're not going to die to radiation, which is the good thing. And then we got this power tap. So this is where all our power gets generated. And we got to find a cable. I'm not sure we got to make a cable for this. So cable. All right, so I'm trying to look at what cables we can use. Glass, redstone, and lead. Finally, we found a solution. We actually came up with the solution. We got lead, so we can actually use the machine now. Let's go. My brain was basically trying to work for a second. So we gotta basically do like this, and then boom. We got lead. Boom, we got pipes. We got pipes, guys. And then now what this means is we can now make machines. Or make machines run off of power. So if I mine this up like that and we plug it up, you see, it's successful. It actually links. Now we gotta make a machine called the induction smelter. I'm not sure we can craft that now because my head is kind of hurting. The induction smelter. So the induction furnace, smelter resonant. So we gotta craft the machine frame. But it has to be covered. Oh, it could be basic. Okay, let's see here. Electric furnace, advanced machine casing, and a lot of copper. Okay. But I'm just going to say this. At least we are getting somewhere. We got ourselves a leadstone pipe, and all we just got to do is make more of them. And I'm just going to turn the machine off so we can save some of our resources. But I can still put all my uranium in there so we can still keep it stocked up, because the more uranium we got, the better. And we just gotta somehow keep up with the supply and demand for the yellowite, because we're going to be depending on it a lot. So yep, yellowite is going to be the main character of this. So I think it's time for me to wrap it up, despite I only got like 7 minutes to go. So let me just go ahead and just clear my mind from all that stress. Like, man, learning that whole mod of big reactors or extreme reactors is just very tiring. I mean, luckily I know how it works. So anyways, I'm just gonna go up here and just, you know, give a shout out to all my members. Give a shout out to Sharky KY5, Koeasy, Mounty Windet, yes, and TT4L. I am very grateful that you guys are supporting me throughout my channel. And if you guys want to be part of this, just join as a member on YouTube, because if you do, I can add you on the wall, and I can also give you the IP to the RL Craft server so we can slay some dragons together. But I just hope everyone enjoys this adventure so far. And yes, my head is actually hurting very bad. Not say I'm sick, it's just when you learn mods like this, you got to learn how to use your brain and learn how to recall on what to do. And I just know that we're just going to be doing like a lot of basically off-camera grind, where we could probably start making more machines, and then we start progressing a little forwards, and we could probably make some better sets and stuff like that, because currently we're just learning how technology works with just a reactor. So we're just going to be depending on this from now on, and we can start building up around here and making more factories and all that stuff. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoys this video. If you like the video, leave a like. Want to watch more of my modpack adventures, click that subscribe button. and you can just watch me play on streams and watch member only videos if you are a member. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next one.